Oh, excuse me. Was that a bit of rough on the ears?
Yes.
Yes! All of them have been. Ah, you've done well climbing all the way up here. Welcome back, everybody, by the way. I know a song about this place. Would you like to hear the ancient verse passed down in this region? And Alex actually has to think about it. Excellent. Without further ado. When the moon bleeds and the fiends are reborn, the monks will invite you as they have sworn. But first you must stand on the pedestal bare, with nothing between you and the night air. When the moon bleeds, I wonder what that means. May the light illuminate your path?
Under the red moon.
This is the fucked up one, isn't it? Where you have to come here on a blood moon and all that. Why did you fire at me, you asshole?
Because the controls are weird.
Editor Drak, can you finally cue in some Dennis Leary, I'm an asshole?
I'm an asshole. He's an asshole.
We've gone so long without it. I need it.
You broke your master sword.
It'll be back.
I know. You broke your master sword, though.
Broke the master sword!
How do you feel about yourself now?
Pretty good.
Hand over your Zelda card right now.
Okay. I seriously... I'm on a different controller today, so I don't know any of the controls.
Which is sad, because, like, we could have brought out my... Well, I guess we couldn't have, because my Pro controller is bonded to mine.
Yeah.
So that probably wouldn't have worked, but... Anyway, so after how long again? Is it a full year?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Last July.
I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, there we go. I was just trying to remember, how do I paraglide?
Yeah, after a full year, we're back. We're here to finish this game. God damn it. Because, you know, it's already taken us forever to do that. And now we're starting up on one of the most annoying shrines to be able to do because of this frickin' blood moon. The one time you have to rely on the unpredictable element of the game.
Yes, but if I recall, even though it's been a long time, I did get the setup to where we would have the blood moon right away.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so, because that would be amazing if you did.
Yeah, because don't you have to kill so many enemies before it'll trigger?
Yeah, you have to basically kill enough stuff so that the world requires a reset.
It's really just, it's an internal timer. That's all it really is. It's not so much how much you kill, though that can play into it. That's when if you trigger.
That's one of the things that's so cool about it as a system, is like it's based on a timer, but there are other elements that can trigger it forward.
Yeah.
Because you can't have an empty world. Gee, there's so many game companies that should learn from Nintendo right now. Sonic 06 developers comes to mind. But they basically created a mechanic where you cannot have the world be, quote, too empty. And so how do they fix this? They create a blood moon, which basically is this game's equivalent of a hard reset. Except you don't have to turn it off.
Yeah.
So
keeps you from soft locking.
I love that concept. But
I actually triggered a panic blood moon once playing this.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, all of a sudden, I was like running up the mountainside, and I'm like, all of a sudden there's like a blood moon. I'm like, oh, there's a blood moon. Then I'm like, wait a minute. It was the middle of the day. Why am I getting a blood moon?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I must have triggered a panic blood moon. Whoa.
Which, in essence, those are not easy to do either.
Yeah.
What, you can actually get one during the day?
Yes.
Yep.
They call it a panic blood moon. Basically, the game gets like overwhelmed or something in the system.
The game essentially panics.
Yeah.
And so it basically goes, okay, blood moon, I need to reset everything.
Yeah.
Why does it do that?
It's just kind of a way to keep it from crashing. It's an error handler, basically.
Because that's the other part. That's the other interesting trick about this game, is that if it gets too empty, it actually gets taxing on the resources in a weird way.
Yeah.
And so at that point, it's actually better for it to have things in it that you can go and do.
Oh, there's the moon.
Let's see.
Indeed.
Maybe not. I thought it was, anyway. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, if not, then I mean, we can go through this process because yeah, people might notice that there's a couple of things that have changed. One, we're finally back doing this, but also we're kind of back to doing it in a Let's Play kind of format. Why aren't we doing it in streaming? Well, I've already kind of explained this with Andrea in our God of War Ragnarok playthroughs, but long story short, the ideal times for streaming for us, they don't work for us.
Mm-hmm.
And so at that point, it's probably just better for us to go back to kind of this format. And I personally would rather do that because our schedules are pretty insane right now. So I know that some people might be upset by it, but I promise it's pretty much the same content that we've always done. And so at that point, we'll still try to keep you guys engaged as well. Because I know that, for example, one of our buddies, Bobby Corwin, liked the interactive element of the streams when he could attend. But we'll find ways to be able to keep the interactive element because we'll talk to you via your whatever comments you leave and stuff like that.
Well, I guess I didn't get the moon.
Well, you can go kill a couple of things and hopefully trigger it.
Either that or just, keep making campfires.
Yeah, I just have to wait it out or go shrine hunt in the meantime.
Actually, what might have done it is, like, you can technically rig it in the game, but you can never officially plan on when the game will reset things.
Yeah.
So that might have been what happened.
It probably knew you were trying to.
Yeah,
and,
There you go. That's exactly what
and
happened.
then it's like, ha, I fooled ya.
I was actually going to say, I honestly want to ask you this because this is just my personal observation. Is it just me, or is it actually easier to trigger blood moons in Tears than it is in Breath of the Wild?
It is, yeah, especially if you get like a multi-shot arrow, you get yourself into a nice like narrow spot and just spam multi-shot arrows.
Okay, so I'm not the only one that noticed that, because I'm just sitting there going, wow, that's, in the time that I've been able to play Tears, which
you don't
is,
want to just
by the
sit
way,
at the campfire?
Just making sure, just to be sure.
which, by the way, is not much. I have noticed that I've had a lot of blood moons.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, okay. I guess they made it easier for that to happen.
The blood room.
Or
Aha,
were you
now
about to
it's
say the
glowing, so it is tonight.
There you go.
Okay.
So, were you about to say the bland moon?
No, I said,
That's officially the episode title for this. Beware the bland moon.
no, I was trying to say, it probably was also wanted to say the blood rune. Rune instead of moon.
We're not playing WoW. There are no blood runes. There are no unholy runes. Have you been playing your Death Knight too much? I mean,
Oh,
I know
wow,
we just
did you
had.
get
I know
it
we just had
triggered?
an expansion come out, but
How'd you get it triggered that quick?
I guess I was just one night away, that's all.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but it
the
didn't-
game made you wait an extra night.
Okay.
Because how dare you make it?
Under a red moon. Do-do-do.
That was probably the most annoying part of like trying to wait out a blood moon is just all of the accordion music. Look, nothing against Cass, but just like I'm not the biggest accordion fan. If you had a keytar, maybe I wouldn't have had these issues. Okay, so is there a trial in here? Yeah, there is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a modest test of strength.
Okay.
So.
Usually these are just blessings, so I'm a little surprised.
Well, apparently you had more shit to do, according to the game, so there you go.
Ooh.
I always love how he does that. She's like, huh?
did I forget something?
I'm supposed to be like Cloud Strike. I'm supposed to be able to grab it from my back. I will forever love Link and some of his just dumbass poses. It's great. Speaking of, speaking of Zelda, we are about 3 weeks away from Echoes of Wisdom.
Very nice.
So I know that Brinton's excited for it, but I think you've basically decided you're not going to get it.
I might get it. I'm
Okay.
still kind of on the fence about it, but
Are you going to put a bed everywhere like Brinton wanted?
maybe. Oh,
Come on, do your little dodge thing.
I know.
Yeah, Andrea doesn't know what we're talking about, but Brenton basically was like, the only reason I'm getting this game is because, like, I want to go around the world and go, oh, look, I have a mountain in my way. Bed, 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 bed.
Ow.
I want him to take screenshots of just, like, staircases of beds. Because I believe Brenton when he says he'll do that.
Maybe find a picture of the Goron Drak.
Well, we're talking Echoes of Wisdom.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't think that will be there, but...
No,
oh, God, I hope he doesn't show up.
Why not?
I am not as much of a fan of the Goron Drak that everybody thinks I should be. I think even Aldo, to this day, still gives me issues. It's like, why do you hate Drak so much? Isn't that a self-hatred thing? Like, no! I just don't like the Gorons in this game. Aside from Drak. Drak looks badass, but the rest just, like, have the big anime eyes. And by that, I mean, like, the big like, the Robin Williams big anime eyes. This is how you know that Alex hasn't played this in a year, is that his timing is way off.
Yeah. Except I did play a little during my recovery.
You did,
Yeah.
and thankfully now you're pretty far along in that. I am actually here to tell everybody he is actually at our place recording.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you don't have your old man walking stick anymore.
Yeah, ditch the cane.
You did ditch the cane. So was the cane on rent? Or do you just get to keep it the rest of the time?
It was just something we had. I guess it was probably just something my grandma was using in her later years.
That's good, because, like, I was talking to your mom, like, for a week there, just like, you know, we still have that walker. Do you want me to bring it over for Alex? And she never answered me.
Oh, jeez. No.
I'm like, dude, he's probably not able to go anywhere. But no, you had the cane by that point, so
Yeah.
you were good.
Plus, and we had like we had a walker at home, but the hospital also sent me home with a walker.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, either they were gonna send you home with a walker, or they were gonna send you home with crutches. So
Yeah, but I mean, we already
either
had
way, you were good.
we had the walker, we had crutches, we had a cane, so I had pretty much every option. Because
So did you like get your own like handicaps?
handicap sticker.
Oh, we never asked that, actually.
Because I think I saw it in your car, and I'm like, did you borrow that from?
I think I just borrowed it from mom. I didn't put my bow and arrow on. I think I just borrowed it from mom and dad.
Oh, okay.
Because they had like
I was
another
gonna say,
one.
I'm like,
Because you technically probably could have gotten a temporary sticker at least.
Yeah,
You
I
should have taken advantage.
should have.
I actually did during my first knee surgery.
I mean-
because I just remembered, like, I was gonna have to go and be a movie theater usher again. I'm like, I am not walking from because if you remember, like, employees had to park in the underground parking
Right.
at Jordan Commons. There was no way I was making that big walk on a bad knee.
But yeah, I've been using the temporary sticker anyway. Just it's happened to be one extra one my parents had, so
Oh, okay. Well,
I've been using it.
Well, and plus, like, if you get pulled over, they're like, oh, well, you're abusing it. It's just like, well, my parents might actually need it, so fuck you. You know?
I mean, they still have somewhat of a limp. It's not as bad as it was, but so.
No.
I think I'm okay to still keep using it for the time being.
I'm just making old fart jokes at this point because this is the only opportunity I will ever be able to do that. Because for people who don't already know this,
Ow.
yeah, he's younger than me.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Oh, this guy's being just stubborn.
Yeah.
I just throw bombs.
You got bombs.
I don't know if this can actually happen in the game, but I like that somebody made a joke of it. Is like they did a Breath of the Wild webcomic where it was like he threw out a bomb and then accidentally the droid bounces it back at him, kind of like Ganon.
That's great.
And Zelda's just like, or Link just like, and then it goes boom. Because, like, I actually love the statistics of this when Onuma put it out, but believe it or not, like, one of the highest deaths that can happen in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom to an extent is bombs or explosions. I think it's more in Tears of the Kingdom, it's more like bomb arrows that kill you.
Right.
But Yeah, I think that's accurate. I've died to misplaced bombs a lot in Breath of the Wild. Which is funny, because, like, I've played Zelda for decades at this point. You'd think I'd know better. Oh no, he found a Frostblade, Andrea!
Frostborn hungers.
Oh god! Oxygen! I will never stop making that joke. These are mummies.
Spiritual.
And not even the cool Mummies Alive version of mummies. Now I want to watch that show. That show wasn't bad. It was kind of bad, but...
Yeah, someone's out.
Yep.
Oh,
It's probably Arya running to the bathroom. Oh, speaking of... So we have some stories to tell you, Alex, because we've had some cute moments happen. Just to bring people up to speed. Hi. Oh, she wants a drink.
I just gave her one, like...
Well, she needs to pee more, obviously. She's like, Mommy, Daddy'll get mad. So we need to tell these stories, but during our vacation, for those who don't know, my daughter's birthdays are like 11 days apart. And so it just so happens that our yearly vacation happens around those birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
And this year we did something interesting where we celebrated them separately, but we did celebrate my oldest, who knows that we're talking about her right now.
Yeah.
And Alex gave her some very cool presents. In fact, I probably have a picture somewhere in my phone, and I will be putting it up right now, where you gave her a bunch of Sonic movie figurines.
Yeah.
As well as a actual Tears of the Kingdom t-shirt that you found at work.
I didn't find it at work. I found that at Walmart.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were both found at work. So at that point, what's funny about that, Alex... Oh, sorry. It has fulfilled its duty. It slumbers peacefully.
Okay.
While not scaring the fuck out of you.
Why is it flashing on me, then? There's a little...
Because it wants to show its boobies? I don't know.
I mean, there's the little story marker here.
Oh, yeah, because technically you've done everything, so
Yeah.
you should be
Champion's
able to
ballot.
do the final shrine,
But
right?
this is far from over. The final trial and the Shrine of Resurrection is open.
The Shrine of Resurrection and the Silver Monkey. Oh, do you have to talk to the...
Oh, I think I could have put...
No, that's right, yeah. You have to start the game all over again. Surprise, mofo! You don't get the Sheikah Slate anymore! Anyway, so while this cutscene is happening, so we got that cool t-shirt and the cool figures, right?
Yeah.
It just so happens earlier this week, I was going to try and take the Sonic figures out of their box so that Arya could play with them. Because she looked like she was interested. She stopped me. She did not want me to take them out of the package.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why, but she stopped me. And then even cuter, when we first got back from vacation, we decided to let her wear the Breath of the Wild shirt.
Right.
Or the Tears of the Kingdom shirt, sorry.
Yeah.
And she actually, according to her therapists, was very upset because she had... Unfortunately, she's not 100% potty trained.
Yeah.
And so she still has accidents from time to time. And it looked like she was very upset at the fact that she was wearing her Tears of the Kingdom shirt at the time she had a little bit of an accident.
Oh.
And so it almost feels like she... They were wondering if she had some kind of a special connection to it. Oh, welcome, hero. You have overcome many trials to reach me. Now it is time to face the final trial. Now you must name all of the Zelda games in order chronologically. This trial is a complex labyrinth. To start, you will need a map. You know, like any other Zelda dungeon. You may obtain a map information from the guidance stone. Oh, good.
So she got upset because of it.
So she got upset, and so the first thing the therapist asked was like, does she have some kind of a special connection to this shirt or something? Is that why she's so upset? And I did tell them, like, well, she did technically get given it by her uncle as a birthday present. And they thought that was the cutest thing ever. But she, like, in her head, she probably thought she was letting you down.
Aww.
Because she had an accident. It's like, dude, your uncle's gonna understand. Like, shit happens.
Yeah.
Literally. So, but yeah, no, we had to tell these stories. Yeah, she won't let me open up your Sonic figures.
Did you try again to open it
I've
up?
tried it like 3 times. She won't let me do it. Which actually I think is annoying Melody, because Melody's like, I want to play with them too.
Adorable.
Where's the box? Is it?
I just like to think it's downstairs. I like to think that she's being like the Simpsons comic book guy. Actually, they will gain extra value in 20 years if we don't take them out of the box. How thoughtfully minded of you, Arya? So, okay, so now I can actually get into this. So this is the final Divine Beast that was added in the DLC, and I know some people will be irritated by me saying this. This is probably the closest, aside from Hyrule Castle, that this game gets to an actual Zelda dungeon. Because when you look at the various wings of this Divine Beast, it really does feel like a Zelda dungeon at this point. And actually, with the mechanics that they put in this, where you're basically just rotating the whole canister of the Divine Beast, it works so well with this.
Yeah.
That I'm so glad we're doing this. Like, I even offered Alex, like, if you don't like this part of the game, I'll do it. Because I love this part of the DLC. Because it actually feels like a freaking dungeon. This is what I want, but
that's the
all the
entrance.
way through Breath of the Wild. So I just wanted to point that out, because, like, you even have different areas that involve puzzles involving lava, involving electricity, I think there's a water one too, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like different wings that involve different puzzle rooms of like a temple. So, love this final dungeon. Not even final, DLC dungeon. I would rank it up right there with Hyrule Castle as how cool it is. And what's funny is like a lot of people don't like Hyrule Castle because there's no interactive mechanic to it. I don't care. I love the fact that Hyrule Castle is just so freaking complex.
Yeah, I have fun with Hyrule Castle.
Uh-huh. Like in additional playthroughs that I have done in the past, I just go to Hyrule Castle as quick as I can, because not only is it a cool, complex dungeon, but a lot of really good shit is in there.
Yeah, there's good stuff to get in.
And what's even better is a lot of that shit resets, so you can just get multiples. Like, if you play your cards right, you can get, like, royal swords right off the bat. And then the various Calamity Ganons just mean nothing, because you have one of the best swords in the damn game.
I think you jump sideways with that one. There you go.
Yeah. There we go. Taste my lightsaber! So that being said, you know, we have some fun Zelda stories and everything like that to be able to go through. I am excited for Echoes of Wisdom, but once again, people are going to want to take my gamer card away. I am going to wait, because we are going to get it as a family Christmas present.
Oh, nice.
Well, we did this last year with Mario Wonder, and the girls have enjoyed Mario Wonder when we've been able to actually play it. So I want to do this again with Zelda. I thought about doing this with Tears of the Kingdom way back when, but I thought better of it after. Like, you know what? Nah, new Zelda. Let's just get it. Oh my goodness. And bomb arrows. That's actually very helpful. And it's just cool being back in here because I cannot remember how a lot of the puzzles work in here now.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, oh, I want to solve them all over again. But I'm one of those weird Zelda fans that likes puzzles, so, you know.
I mean, I guess if you're gonna like Zelda, you would probably be inclined to like puzzles already.
Right, right. Which is why a lot of the classic games just, they work better for me because I'm used to that formula. So for all the people that want to yell at me because I don't like Breath of the Wild...
Oh, do you have to put that bar in one of those slots at the door?
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm trying to...
Yeah, for all the people who want to yell at me because I don't like Breath or Tears as much as you do, it's just because I like the original formula. It's nothing against the games. They're fine.
Oh, okay.
Besides, I'm already going to have way too much to get into. And in fact, I also want to get into this with you, Alex, because Konami... I have some mean words to say to Konami, but not necessarily negative words. And I feel like I'm channeling Romney when I say this.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, Konami. Stop making me and Romney eat crow. So for those who don't know, we had a Nintendo Direct happen like a few weeks ago.
Right.
And they basically announced a lot of the second and third party games that are going to be coming out during the holidays. One of which is a game that both me and Romney on the podcast said numerous times, we never thought they could do it, which is a Castlevania DS collection. It's like all the DS Castlevania Metroidvania games.
Nice.
We both said, like, we just don't see how they could do it because the touchscreen mechanics were so heavily integrated into those games. And so then they announced the Castlevania Dominus Collection, which has all 3 DS games, plus a revised or a remade version of Haunted Castle, which is the arcade equivalent of the first Castlevania game.
Okay.
So they came out, and obviously I haven't gotten it yet, but it literally was available that day, and on all platforms, not just Nintendo platforms. And I immediately looked around just to see, like, okay, I want to see what the reviews are going to look like, because obviously DS games. We're not sure how these are going to work. Thankfully, most of the reviews that I saw, all positive for the Dominus collection. So thankfully they found a way to be able to make all of the unique DS mechanics work in their respective
Do you have
games.
to turn the thing?
What thing?
Don't think
Like
so.
flip the thing different angle?
No. It doesn't matter either way. These puzzles are complex. They're not that complex. Like, that would probably make me very happy. Yeah, they did that. They also announced an official release date for the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. And I know some people are going to be like, gamer card now, but I'm waiting. Because technically, the digital version of that collection, Alex, is out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or it will be out in like a week. But the physical edition is coming out in November. And I'm going to wait until the physical edition.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah.
That's just because, like, maybe people could call me the curmudgeon. I just tend to prefer physical copies.
Yeah, I'm there too.
Especially when we're dealing with game consoles that have hard drives. What happens if you run out of space? You can't if you have a physical copy, you can just delete games and then come back to them later.
Yeah.
You know? And so at that point, I really want to do that because I love those games. And I know I will get tons and tons of mileage out of both of them. Or out of all of them, honestly. Because it's not just Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2, right?
Right.
It's all of the Versus games. And believe it or not, the Versus series, Alex, started way back with the X-Men arcade game. Not the one you're thinking of.
Not the Welcome to Die one, right?
No, not that one. There was a fighting game called X-Men Children of the Atom that was very popular. And that is technically considered to be the first Versus game. because after that came Marvel Superheroes. And then after that came X-Men versus Street Fighter. Now you see the connection.
Yes.
Then we got Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. And then finally we got Marvel versus Capcom. But one of the things I'm also excited about with this, Alex, is that I really do hope that this is leading towards a new Marvel versus Capcom game. Because those games are just fun!
Mm-hmm.
Except for Infinite. Infinite has weird mechanics. But apparently it's gained so much popularity, they already announced their next fighting game collection, which a lot of hardcore fighting game fans can rejoice because it's going to include all of the Capcom versus SNK games, which are highly loved.
Right.
Because, you know, this was when Capcom and SNK worked together and bridged their characters, and these are the Capcom versions of those games. But not only did they do that, they also included a popular Dreamcast series called Power Stone. Have you ever heard of this game?
No, not familiar.
It is Capcom's attempt at making a Super Smash Brothers game.
Oh, cool.
Way back when, like, you know, this was back in the Dreamcast, so maybe Melee was out at that point, but I think Power Stone 1 and 2 were before Melee. So these were all based off of the original Smash Brothers on the N64.
Oh, wow.
But it was Capcom's attempt at making a Smash clone, and it's probably one of the more beloved ones. It's a weird deal because it's like based on exploring ruins and stuff like that, so like all of your characters are like Indiana Jones explorers. And so part of the mechanic of, like, finding all the items is, like, you have to open up relics and stuff like that to be able to get weapons. But it actually is a really fun game. So I'm glad that people will finally have access to Power Stone on modern consoles.
I wonder if that turns the wheel. Oh, wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we have to reverse it, but this one is complicated because you have to get it just right.
Either that or catch the ball with the...
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to remember, like, because there's there's two ports, and I can't remember which one you actually have to use.
Wait, but there's that little one right up there.
That's what. Yeah. Okay. This is how you do it.
Oh.
So bring it up just a little bit, and then you have to be careful with this, though, Alex, because you have to make sure that the end is going to end up where you need it.
Right.
There we go. So now you have this. But now he has to do, like, the weird shimmying of trying to get the ball to go through this marble.
Oh, you could turn it again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, everybody remember your marble sets way back when? This is basically what this is. Well, maybe marble sets would be a little too old for you, Alex.
Maybe. I mean, it sounds like something we could have had, though.
Like
Okay, now turn
assemblable
it.
marble mazes.
Maybe not assemble, but ones that were already made, sure. Marble mazes, I definitely remember.
I do remember Marble Madness. That was a great game. I don't care what anybody says. I
All
like
right.
it. You have the ball, Alex. Now what will you do with it?
Doesn't it have to fall there? Oh,
There
never
we go.
mind. There's that.
Nope. No, you get in there.
Could you please do that again in Ned Flanders' voice? Because that really just needs to happen. You need to get in there, buddy.
You should get in there, buddy.
Need to get in
Donkly day.
there. Oh my gosh, and then you added the diggly day. Oh, it was great.
Ow.
It's almost like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
How do you neighbors?
Ned had his moments.
He definitely did.
He definitely diddly did.
They diddly did.
Dang did diddly do. But yeah, there was actually a bunch of announcements that happened there with third parties that were freaking amazing. I can't even remember all of them. Let me see if I can actually bring it up. But let's see, Nintendo Direct, it was August. August 2024. Here we go. Yeah, so it was the Indie World and third-party developer showcase that they did. But the biggest one I remember coming from that was the Castlevania Dominus collection. Oh yeah, new Rune Factory got announced for that, so everybody can be happy about that. Let's see, yeah, Castlevania Dominus collection got announced. Oh, this one was actually, so my brother from another mother is very excited that this is finally coming next year, unfortunately. But Suikoden 1 and 2. This is another Konami game that I never thought was going to happen. So these are old PlayStation JRPGs that are beloved, and they're getting remade. And they're getting multi-platform releases.
Nice.
So, not just on PlayStation. So that'll be nice. We got...
You don't want those screws?
I don't really need them.
Okay.
New Tales game, so the Tales fans can rejoice. We also got Civ 7 coming to Switch, so Civ fans rejoice. More Power Wash Simulator DLC, because why not?
Sure.
Sea of Stars. Do you remember this game, Alex?
Yeah, you told me about
So
it.
yeah, this is from the same company that made The Messenger. Well, apparently Sea of Stars was so successful, it's getting DLC.
Nice.
So there you go.
Good for that.
We also got a brand new game that I think I'm gonna need to mail you the trailer for. It's called Atelier Yumia, the Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land, which is officially like the longest name of this direct. But this is actually a RPG that is going to be a JRPG that's going to be coming out for Switch next year.
Yeah, more of the Atelier series or whatever we say it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a spin-off, I think. But it's like, I saw the trailer for it. It looks really good.
Yeah, that has been a franchise I've been looking to get into. I figured,
And if I'm not saying that right, then obviously you guys
I'm not even sure how you say it either.
I think it's Atelier. I think that's how you say it.
Or,
Google.
I think I googled it once and it was like Atelier or something. Or Atelier. I don't really know for sure either.
Also,
But your device needs to be unlocked for that.
I hope your mic caught that.
Probably.
Alexa, Siri, shut up.
That's
You can't
Google
make me.
Gemini. Google Gemini.
Oh, are you on Google Gemini?
I'm not on it. It just, my phone keeps bugging me to try it out. I'm like, I don't want to try it out.
Gemini is the AI, so
Yeah. Gemini Sunrise.
you're not the only one. Like, I still get pestered to try Apple AI and all that. SpongeBob is getting a brand new game. I'm sorry, Patrick is getting a new game. So if people don't know this, like the SpongeBob remasters from like old PS2 games have been really successful. And so they decided to do another game, but this one is going to be based around Patrick Star. So if you're a fan of those games, you have a brand spanking new game in that vein, but you're just going to be playing as Patrick in that. So look forward to that. Let's see, and unfortunately, IGN reset, so I have to get myself back there. Star Overdrive. Oh, I mentioned this to you last night, but so in case you didn't know, Tetris is celebrating 40 years this year. And one of the ways that they're going to do it is they're going to be releasing what is called Tetris Forever. This is a collection / new game where in the first of all, it's going to have like an interactive museum, so you can see the history of Tetris and everything about it. But in the game itself, when you play it, it's actually going to flip between the various versions of Tetris as you play.
Right.
So you can be playing like the PC version and then switch to the Game Boy version like the next minute.
Oh, cool.
So I actually want to play this. This looks fun as hell. And they even are going to include some of the older games in this interactive museum that a lot of people might not have seen, including the Famicom versions of Super Bombless, Super Tetris 2 Plus Bombless, Tetris Battle Gaiden, and Super Tetris 3. So there you go. If you're looking for more fix for your Tetris, you're gonna get it.
Gaiden, not Gaiden.
Tetris Gaiden. Hey! There you go.
Most of the time they say Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden. I actually like how he says that.
Yeah, it's so fun.
By the way, you just reminded me, I need to get to the AVGN because he covered one of my favorite games of the NES library recently, which was Deja Vu.
Deja Vu?
Yeah, because if people don't remember, I'm a big fan of adventure games, and I played the original Deja Vu when it was on NES. Even though it's not, it's not original on the NES, this is actually a old Apple Mac Venture game.
Right.
That got repurposed for the NES. So, yeah. I'm interested to see what he thought of Deja Vu. And for all the people who are saying you haven't made the obligatory Initial D joke yet, Deja Vu, I have been in this time before.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
There you go.
Deja Vu.
Oh yeah, and in case you didn't know this, Shovel Knight Shovel of Hope DX got announced, which is basically an ultimate culmination of all of the Shovel Knight expansions and everything like that. Because, in case you didn't know this, Yacht Club officially announced they were working on Shovel Knight 2.
Oh, cool.
It only took them the better part of a decade. I'm just giving them shit. But, like, everybody's been asking for it forever, and finally they listened to you, so feel good about that. But I actually, we might get this, because I think we'll have to play some Shovel Knight to kick off Shovel Knight 2. Those are, like, the biggest announcements that came from that indie showcase, and I'm excited for pretty much all of it. It was really inventive, and once again, it was Nintendo throwing their big dick around.
Yeah.
And actually, we'll probably talk about this in the August podcast, but you remember that hero shooter, Concord?
Yeah.
That was good. Did you hear the news?
Yeah, I heard.
It got shut down 10 days after it released.
Yeah. But I actually hadn't even heard of the game though before the shutdown.
Well, it was in it was in that PlayStation State of Play.
Okay.
That was really bad in late May.
Right.
And everybody basically poo-pooed on it, along with a game that Microsoft announced called, I think it was Flintlock Siege of Dawn, because they were basically Overwatch clones.
Right.
And everyone's like, well, we're kind of done with Overwatch clones, honestly. And so it was already bad writing on the wall when they did their open beta test to, test the servers. And they couldn't even crack 1,000 active players in that open beta.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. And so at that point, like, the writing was kind of on the wall, and then the game released. And 10 days later, Sony has taken it off of I think the only place you can get Concord still is on the Amazon gaming store. That's it.
Right.
I think you're gonna have to wait until it's full winter.
So, and of course, the devs are not happy about this, which I can get, because they're probably dealing with a ton of flack right now from Sony, because Sony helped pay for this thing.
Yeah.
And they did not get their money back. So, I mean, from what I can tell, this game couldn't even crack 250K
copies sold.
Now, that being in mind, like, Alex, you kind of know this, but a game is considered successful in the gaming industry when it can crack... I don't want to say 1 million, because it varies on the game.
Yeah.
But, like, 500 to 750K is considered somewhat successful.
Mm-hmm.
At least you're in the clear at that point.
Yeah.
You couldn't even break 250K on this Overwatch clone. Ouch.
Yeah. Ah!
Is your timing back? Is it back?
No.
Oh, damn!
Wonder if I have any.
I blame the Radiant Shield.
Do I have any ancient arrows? I do not.
I'm just gonna blame the Radiant Shield that broke. It's like your timing was off because the shield broke.
Ow, fuck.
Get another shield.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have a few,
But even then,
but you have to have an eligible shield.
any shield works.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
thought the wood shields don't work.
No, they work. Any shield can. It's amazing. Any shield can parry.
It's just timing is...
Yeah.
Then why haven't I seen a pot lid run? Because that would be hilarious. There you go. Your timing's back. I'm gonna look this up now. There has to have been somebody who did like a pot lid run.
Yeah, suck it.
Oh, for a second there I thought it had 1 HP left. I'll be like, oh, you son of a bitch.
At least then I
That is not even cool.
couldn't even drop an ancient core for me.
Nope. Because that would be what you wanted. And that's not what this game does, Alex. It's like HAL 9000. I'm sorry, Alex. I can't do that. But here is an ancient spring. You probably have like 100 of.
Yeah, I'm sure I do. 55. Okay, where to next? Where to next?
So I hope you don't mind if we tread over existing stories that we've already kind of covered, Alex, but Andrea doesn't technically know about these.
Okay.
So Andrea, while we were recording previously, we were doing a lot of trashing on Sega. And here's why. Because you remember how I said that there was like 6 games that they confirmed they were developing of older Vault property, like stuff that was stuck in the Vault for Sega?
Yeah.
Well, we haven't heard anything on those games this year. But do you want to know what we have heard? Apparently, Sega is so happy with the success that the Sonic movies have seen, they're trying to get other movies made of some of their properties. So, I don't think I mentioned this to you, but they already are trying to get a Golden Axe movie off the ground. Your thoughts on that? Because you are a fan of Golden Axe. So, would you go and see a Golden Axe movie? Which would basically be a Conan movie.
Well, I wouldn't call myself like a diehard Golden Axe fan.
No, but it's a beat 'em up. So,
Yeah.
okay. So they're trying to get that off the ground. Another property they're trying to get off the ground, which makes absolutely no sense to me, is Eternal Champions. Do you know that game?
No, I don't.
I'm not surprised by this. Very few people do. Except one of my friends does, because he actually got a Sega Genesis with that as the launch game that he got.
Nice.
Yeah, they actually did that way back when. Eternal Champions is technically the first attempt Sega had at making a fighting game franchise. You know Virtua Fighter, don't you? That's the game you'd see in the arcade where people would be moon jumping all the time.
Yeah.
Don't laugh, that's what they did.
I know. Just thinking of again back
Thinking
to
of AVGN, right?
yeah.
Well, this was before Virtua Fighter. In fact, while Eternal Champions was getting approved, Yu Suzuki, who made Virtua Fighter, was trying to get Virtua Fighter off the ground. So here's the difference. Virtua Fighter was more meant to compete with Street Fighter. Eternal Champions was meant to cater or to compete with Mortal Kombat. And believe it or not, they couldn't do this on the Genesis, but when they re-released on the Sega CD, they actually made a game with far more vicious fatalities than what Mortal Kombat was doing at the time. Like, we're talking absolutely brutal, and if I can ever get, like, a grouping of those, I will have you guys sit down and watch these, because, like, they are... Like, you think the stuff in MK9, MKX, MK11 is bad? Oh, child. This is 16-bit brutality that never... Like, the Senate had problems with Night Trap, they were looking in the wrong direction. So...
Can you keep following the wheel? Sideways?
Oh.
So
Yeah.
there, but here's the thing: Eternal Champions, Andrea, hasn't been around since the 90s,
Okay, there's nothing over here. Just...
and they want to make a movie on a property that nobody has seen since 1999.
Oh.
Okay, you know somewhat about movies, but are you likely to go see a movie based off of a video game IP that hasn't seen a new release since 1999?
I don't know. I mean, never.
It seems unlikely. But they're trying to get that off the ground. Oh yeah, they're also trying to get Night Trap off the ground. Again. For like the 4th time.
Not trip.
Which, as Alex pointed out, there's a movie mode.
Yeah.
So-
So just play the game.
Why
Maybe you
why
gotta do
the F do you
something with
care?
that one.
There's nothing to do here. I'm.
I could have sworn there was something that we had to do where, because those stone slabs, they're rotating, you had to, like, move them or rig the wheel to a point where they were in a certain order.
No, that's the ladder.
But I might be wrong. I might be thinking of something else.
Try what, there you go.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's what you have to do. You have to get, like, one of those onto the gear and then move it. Or, no, you don't have to get it on there. You just have to get it to a point where it can move the gear. So, like that.
Oh yeah, so just hit it like at a time.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
There we go. So, you know, I love Sega, Andrea, but I think they're making some bad decisions. Are they making some bad decisions?
I'd say so.
I would too. I don't understand their reasoning for this. The fact that they're... I mean, I get why they're doing
Probably
it.
have to stand on make the ice
So, oh,
blocks lifted up out of the water or something.
Yeah, probably.
oh yeah, yeah. I see now. Or
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it, Alex?
no.
I would be more focused on, you know, trying to rebuild whatever goodwill you haven't had over the last few years. Especially with a lot of those games, because a lot of those games were very exciting to people at the Game Awards.
No.
Myself included, and I wasn't even there.
Yeah, it won't let me raise the block under it.
Unless you put it.
There's a way that we can do it, though.
What about that grate thing on the side?
What the
No,
heck?
we can't put a... He was just telling you this. We can't put an ice block under it,
Yeah.
because it won't go up. What we have to do is rig
maybe-
it into a way that where it can do that.
Yeah.
Maybe look up on the ceiling. Maybe the.
Mm-mm.
No, just the arm.
Yeah, but it's moving, so I wonder what the.
Oh,
Oh,
Have you tried to put a block underneath that cotter pin?
Yes, but it won't go.
It won't lift it? Damn.
No.
wait. What about that? Is that flame do anything? Or is that a switch?
What flame?
Well, go back past the... Go... See that thing up
Oh,
there? Can you shoot that?
No.
I think it's just decoration. I get where you're going with it, but I think it's just decoration.
Yeah, it's just the light.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought it was like a switch.
Yeah, I'm blanking.
There's definitely something we have to do where we can lift it, but we're probably missing something in this equation. Because that's usually how it goes, right, Alex?
Yeah.
It's like you're missing something that you should have, but you don't.
Then what's the one inside that
Oh, wait, hold on.
grate? Or what's behind that door over there for?
Humor me for a second, Alex.
All right.
You remember how you got in here, right?
Yes.
Re-rig it and see what happens in this route
All right.
with that. I don't know if we can from this angle, but it would be interesting to see if maybe it changes something in the room that we don't see. Because it's all connected, right?
Yeah.
I love this puzzle! This is such a Zelda dungeon! I love it! And I get that, you know, Alex isn't the only one that disagrees with that. I know that there's a lot of people who love the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom formula. Good on ya. I love the way things originally were being done. It's nothing against you guys.
Nope.
Ah! You gotta love it when you think you have everything figured out and then, oh shit, you don't have a platform anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think it's official. I think Astrobot is going to replace Little Big Planet in the Sony lineup. Because I've noticed that Astrobot is getting a lot of Little Big Planet-esque features. Damn it. It would do something if that cotter pin was connected. It would do something if it was connected, but it's not. So... there's a way to do this. But that's the key. We need to get it connected so that then we can do that and have it rotate. And that'll probably solve the problem.
One eternity later.
There you go. You just were.
Oh, freaking Cryonis, man. Freaking Cryonis.
All just because it had to be really finicky.
Do we now get why it never came back in Tears?
Yeah.
Which is sad. I actually like the Cryonis rune and the puzzle possibilities that it provides, but yeah, it did have some issues. Can't deny that. And now we are in the Water Temple. The only question is, do we have enough time to get through the Water Temple? We didn't the first time we did it. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's right. We can freeze these things, right?
Yeah.
Because of Cryonis. Or we can freeze the vents.
No, if they're waterfalls.
Nope. Okay.
I thought we could. I thought we could freeze
Sometimes you
the-
can, yeah, but not these
But
ones.
not
it
these
looks like.
ones.
But I think I just have to stop the water here.
Mm-hmm. The only problem with this final Divine Beast, the music makes me think of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember, like, where do we move it? Is it this way?
Try it.
Let's see. Or I think it's this way.
It might be, because bigger target. Whoa! There we go. Except now we gotta be quick.
I don't think it's time.
Oh no, never mind, because you sealed up the vents.
Yeah, I turned off the water.
So now it's not timed. Oh god, no! It's pinball! Hopefully you're ready for some pinball, Alex. Whee! Oh, this is going to be something as stupid as, like, you have to bring that ball back to press the switch with it so you can launch yourself.
Or use the bomb. Oh.
No, it won't work that way. If only you could Cryonis a block and just put it on top.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I can do?
Oh yeah, you can do that.
No, I can't.
Yeah, we would need to do it the other way. What, you thought you could manipulate physics that easily? What do you think this is, Alex? Portal?
Kinda.
Well, that was the hope. We had to try it for the physics. Oh, but you could Cryonis a block right there, because it's stairs.
Yeah, try that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Sheikah Slate authenticated.
Wouldn't it be funny if, like, just this one time it just didn't authenticate? It's like some weird error.
Failed to authenticate. Please contact system administrator.
You are boned. Please wait until Monday. In a millennia. Can we get out that way? No, we should be able to, yeah.
Yeah.
Climb up the ladder.
Oh, yeah. Go up the ladder.
But what if I don't wanna?
And you have to just wait for the opening one.
Good lord, so how many did we have in place? Did we have 2?
We've got
Three.
3.
So we
There
got
you
one
So
more.
we're technically almost done.
Yeah.
with this Divine Beast. That's how long it lasts, but I don't care because the puzzles are complex.
Where's the door?
I think there's only one that's open.
Yeah, and that's right there.
Yeah, there we
Oh.
are.
No, Link. Don't. Now's not the time to slide down the ladder.
There we go. Well, at least we're making good time, Alex.
Yes. Oh, now we got Skywatchers.
Oh no!
So it would have been a really great time
the secret.
to have some ancient arrows.
I think we answered this. You do not.
I don't. I know.
Wait, look up. Maybe there's metal gear up there that you can manipulate.
Did you say Metal Gear?
Well, you have to scoot back. Ooh,
Speaking of, we need to
now
have
look. Oh,
we need to have a serious
it's
talk
like
for a
right
second.
past those gears over there. Like I think you can, right there.
Oh, yes.
So you guys remember that Alex in particular, because we were doing this with Romney, we were making our way through Kojima games.
Yes.
And it just so happens that from streaming, Andrea and myself were making our way through Kojima games. So I think it's only appropriate that since you guys both technically ended at the same game, we could probably resume those
Yeah.
at some point.
You can't make it reach any further?
No.
I guess the only question is, do we keep going chronologically, or do we follow the Metal Gear timeline?
Ow, shit. Either or. I've now seen Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, so.
Maybe shoot it with some bomb arrows?
Because technically the next game that Kojima did was Snatcher.
Snatcher.
Which, Snatcher, if you don't already know this, Alex, is based off of Blade Runner. And I actually love that game. So I almost wonder if it might be worthwhile.
No, piss
Because
off.
a lot of the cinematic storytelling that you saw in Solid
Yeah,
was started in Snatcher.
right.
And so at that point, it might be a good idea to do that and then let Andrea see kind of the cinematic style
Oh, fuck off.
that Kojima adopted over time. Which is why I make the joke that the only controller you can play a Kojima game with is a popcorn bowl.
Well, I need something to put it in the right. I can't get that off. I gotta get some metal thing in the other thing.
You got to put the thing in the stuff, and then it'll all work out.
Damn it. Jump.
Cover, cover, cover. There you go.
I need a metal rod.
I'll laugh if it actually does extend further and you're just too far off position, like you couldn't make it.
Well, the problem also is that we're getting fired at.
I know.
No, it doesn't. I need something else to go in there.
Yeah, you know what I think you need? You need that other metal bar.
Yeah, but I don't know where it is.
Oh, did you put it inside that one room? But you already... The one that you pulled out and you took it all the way to that other room?
Yeah.
But didn't we use it for that room? So pulling it out would destroy that puzzle.
Well, you
That puzzle's
already...
solved, so. Or
Okay.
I think we gotta do this.
Not the fire room, right? We didn't take it there.
No, it's that other room. I know which one. I just can't figure out where it is in relation to everything
The
else.
electric room is right across the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly on this one, it does have like this correlation with 4 elements, so we can use that. So like fire is right next to electricity, which would be wind. Then you have water next to earth.
See? Doesn't touch him.
Well, the problem is we can't even target his eye, and that's like the most damage that it would do.
Yeah.
I hate the Sky Guardians. They are pains in the butt. Okay, so you're at the water room.
Okay, so. Is it
So that way, the way you're pointed right now, that room is the electric one.
like straight ahead?
Straight ahead, yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it means we're gonna have to deal with the Sky Guardian again, but... Ow. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we have a bunch of metal blocks in here. But I think those are all attached.
Only this one is. I think the other ones are removable.
Well, if we can grab one of them, then...
I just need to get up there.
Right. Well, don't they rotate with the room?
No, I don't think they do.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. So grab it.
Okay, that one's attached.
Ow. Yeah, bastard.
There we go.
Okay, now we got it back. All right. So now, let's go take our new toy and get squooshed by it.
Come on.
There we go. And now we'll get squooshed by it. Link, it is as simple as putting tab A into slot B.
No.
Ah. There we go.
Link, you broke the divine beast! How dare you! Ow. And there's your opening. Okay.
Get up!
Push it through. It's a danger.
This took way too much manpower. Can we officially say that?
Yes.
Maybe that was kind of something you had to do before you.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, either way you tackle it.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. That'll work.
It falls on your head.
Well, now he has the other thing to worry about, which is the Sky Guardian.
Maybe you can throw that at the Sky Guardian.
Yeah, probably could.
That would be great, wouldn't it? If it, like, insta-killed him. It's like, oh no, you threw a steel girder at me. My one weakness.
I mean, it works for the ones when you're going to the Goron one.
Right. But unfortunately, not every Sky Guardian is the same. Some are smarter
You
than
got
others.
so sick and tired of the Sky Guardian, you just took that big metal beam thing and just chuck it at it.
Mm-hmm. It was your Incredible Hulk moment.
Yeah.
Link fed up with Sky Guardians!
Where'd I put it?
Why make this there it is.
Glide.
If I could see.
Why make this puzzle harder than it needs to be?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, but let's kind of keep it down so we don't wake up Melody.
Right.
Please.
No, come on.
Oh my gosh. That almost squooshed you.
Where is it?
It's up there.
Okay. As long as it didn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't make it to the ground. I just don't know where it ended up.
No, go away.
It's called cover. There we go.
Not even sure. Ah. Not even sure where it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for it.
There it
Oh,
is.
there it is. Okay,
Okay.
so it's still on the same platform. It's just stuck on the stairs. And unfortunately, we're coming up on time.
Yeah. Hopefully I can at least unlock the door.
Okay, now you just glide again.
Drop.
Hide behind the.
I gotta get it up somewhere.
Yeah, just put it right there.
Uh-huh. There you go. There you go. Drop it. Now you can get up via the ladder.
Now push in that other... No, first push in the beam.
Push it where? Oh, there.
Yeah, because you have to...
Yeah.
No, you're going to have to push the thing
No,
next-
he's fine. He's fine. Just put it in the socket.
Put it in there. This is not
No,
it.
no, not that one. And I have to go up higher.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was that one.
Behind you, I think. I think you're on the wrong side.
I'm sure I am, but I'm
Well,
getting
it's the
shot
Sky
at.
Guardian is adding pressure. Just get to cover.
Let it just bypass.
Yeah, let it just do its thing.
He's just gonna keep following me.
Then use your shield and block it.
I can't. It's fucking in the sky. I can't aim at them well.
Yeah, he has to auto-target to be able to make it work. So
Yeah, and the auto target doesn't want to focus on it.
this is gonna suck if I can't make it work this way. There we go.
There you go.
Okay, so we got it. And put tab A into slot B. There we go. Okay. So opened the
you-
door.
You be like, just like Melody trying to put in this thing that didn't fit.
Okay, and then let's flip things around. Oh, this one. Okay, yeah, so this is the wind one. Alright.
Geronimo!
There we go.
Use stasis?
Can we?
I think on the platform, maybe.
No, not what I wanted. No. There it is.
Yeah, let's call your...
Oh, shut up. Yeah, actually I can. Okay, that'll work just fine. Never mind. But that's exactly what we need to be doing.
Shoot... Too bad you couldn't shoot the thing while it was...
I don't think so. Besides, the problem is that we need to stasis the fan, because otherwise it's just gonna push on us while we're trying to make our way over.
That's true.
I don't remember, but this isn't one where you reverse the fan, do you? By changing direction.
Does it work that way?
I don't remember. I could be crazy.
It does. Okay,
Okay.
well, there you go. MVP of the play session is Alex.
I seem to have remembered that was a mechanic.
But I think you had to... Ooh, oh, good.
Okay, so now... Oh, this is bad placement. This was... Oh, God. Damn it! We were so close! Bastard. Okay. Oh, no, I'm the guards from Hell in a Prison. Bastard! Okay, so yeah, this was the way to do it. Except now I gotta flip it again. Okay, there we go. So, flip it again. And this one is gonna be tough. Okay. Now. Yeah, baby!
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I was like, can I make that?
Sheikah Slate authenticated.
You have to do this all over again.
Oh, fuck that. I think Alex would agree with me on that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. All terminal locks have been deactivated. You can now access the deepest area.
Okay. I think we can stop here then.
Is it gonna save it?
Yeah, I think so.
I hope so. Okay, is this the door?
Well, I can always just keep it in perpetual rest mode and
And drain the battery of your Switch.
keep it in the cradle.
Okay.
Until another year.
Until another
No,
year.
shut up. We're getting this done. Where is even the door? Just
Oh,
can't even remember.
right there.
Just dead ahead.
No, it's right there. You have to just push that. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have to just basically put it in there. You heard me, Andrea. I'm not apologizing. There we go.
Quit whistling for your horse. It's never gonna come.
Screw the horses.
Forever stuck.
We're about to get the Master Cycle 0. What the fuck do we care about horses?
Forever stuck in the dark forest.
It is the simple practice of putting tab A into slot B.
Congratulations, you made it to the end. Would you like to play again?
Would you like to play again? Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and call it there.
You don't want to go and get the orb at least?
That's not the orb.
Because
That's the
trigger
boss fight.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's Mascosha.
I forgot.
And I don't know, Alex. I might beg to do the Mascosha fight. I love the Mascosha fight.
All right, I'll let you do it.
I love Mascosha. So we'll be back for Monk Mascosha, and then do we have shrines or anything like that after this?
Yeah, we still got shrines we gotta find.
Okay, so yeah, we're not 100% done yet, but still lots of progress. We got the DLC out of the way, so we're happy about that. Until then, though, guys, we will see you guys next time.
You want to bet? Will we finish this before the next Zelda game gets announced?